It's my feel-good breakfast show. Well, with a change of season into spring, there's also lots of changes when it comes to relationships. It seems as much as new love is in the air, many people are also breaking up. We decided to catch up with some students to find out what some of their worst breakup experiences were.
My worst breakup experience is probably when someone doesn't let go.
I've never been broken up with, but I rate probably a bad breakup experience probably over the phone or a WhatsApp or maybe email. That sounds pretty bad.
My worst breakup experience actually was at my matric dance. I'd been dating the girl for a year, and then at the after party, she had hooked up with another guy from my school. So yeah, that wasn't the greatest.
My worst breakup experience, it was just with the guy that left, basically, and we didn't really break up. We were doing a long-distance thing, and then he just never came back.
The worst is when I was in grade 9. It was still in the days of Mix-It, and one of my boyfriends of about 2 weeks broke up with me over an offline Mix-It message. So I logged on to Mix-It one day. There was a message there, and he'd been offline. He obviously deleted me after that, so there was no real closure, which I thought was quite sad.
Wow, one of my boyfriends. So there were many.
Clearly, it still hurts. It still hurts, man.
Well, in studio with us, we have got our relationship therapist, Dr. Eve, to tell us more, or rather to take us through breaking up and how best to deal with it as well. Dr. Eve,
hi.
Welcome to the show. This is a hectic topic,
I know,
and very
it.
real, because statistically speaking, more breakups happen during spring than at any other time. Why is that?
I think because it is renewal and people want to start fresh.
Yeah.
And I think it's also about reflecting. You know, it's the Jewish New Year right now as well. And people are going through a period of reflecting. And I think maybe they get to the place where, like, opportunity, summer, beach, bodies, fabulous new people. And finally to get the courage to say, I'm done. Because breakups don't really happen impulsively. It's usually a well-thought-out process, it's an emotional untangling before the actual conversation. But you know what I think is an important place to actually start is what is a relationship? It's very confusing today.
Okay.
Because if you think the old-fashioned relationship stuff is what's happening, it isn't. People are hooking up online, offline, and they don't really know what kind of status that they're in. I talk a lot about this in my book, in Cyber Infidelity. Like, are we in a relationship, or are we dating, or are we just friends with benefits? Is this just kind of a temporary thing that we're going through? So then what is a real breakup? But I think, you know, for the purposes of our show today, we are talking about people who think that they are in some form of commitment, and therefore the actual breakup. But then again, it may be that one person thinks we're in a relationship, or we're committed in some way or another, and the other person may be seen as just as something which is casual. So that's where the confusion really begins.
And then people start asking questions like, why are you catching feelings? Anyway, all right, so we'll continue with this chat after the break. Our number 0839133728. The lines are now open for you to give your comments and ask questions of Dr. Eve, which we will take right after this break.